Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today a new video about Final Fantasy XIV. In this video we will talk about the patch note 6.0. We just got it, as I said on the previous news. I wanted to separate it but because I didn't know we would receive the patch note right while I was doing the previous video, basically. So I won't make the intro really fast. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing, and right now I will read the patch note with you. As you may notice on the bottom left of your screen, I'm showing my head. That was my plan. Like, after the patch note, I change the way I do my videos, and that's one of the steps. So this video will be spoilery. I prefer to say it just in case. So if you don't want any spoil, I don't think that video is for you. There are chapters in the description. I will try to put some marker about there is spoil or not, but this is a patch note about a new patch and a new expansion, so most likely there will be spoilers. Patch 6.0 Notes Preliminary. It is with great pleasure that we present the preliminary patch notes for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Packed with multiple of addition and refinements, adventurers of every persuasion are sure to find something to enjoy in this exciting new update. Additional features will be implemented in future updates. The Red Pandemonium is scheduled for 6.01. The Treasure Hunt instance, the Excitation 6000, and the Red Pandemonium Savage are scheduled to be released on 6.05. The new PvP content, Crystal Conflict, is planned for 6.1 or later. Please remember to confirm early access details. This is about how to get access to the early access. We have a table of content for the patch. We have a lot of playable content, some battle system changes, items, and system like any patch notes. We will have some markers to see what for which expansion that change. If a 2.x, 4.x, and 5.x is shown, this is previous expansions, and 6.x is new thing for Endwalker, and it will require the expansion. Areas. We start with areas for the playable content. That's nice. They don't spoil too much early. New cities. Old Charlayan first. We have some pictures about it. Radza-at-An. If you remember, I made a video about exploring the world of Endwalker. I would recommend you to check it if you want some sneak peek about it. We have new field areas like Labyrinthos, which is under Qyorria, Tavener, around Radza-at-An. We have Garlemald, of course, and Mare Lamentum, probably the most exciting place to be because this is on the moon. And oh, that's nice. Additional new areas have been omitted to prevent spoilers, so there is more. And that's interesting. New city and field Aezerites have been added. So they show one for Garlemald here and one for Charlayan. Okay. Or, yes, that's Charlayan. For the previous expansion, the number of Aether counts in all Evansward, Stormwood, and Shadowbringer areas has been reduced. Furthermore, the location of certain Aether counts has been adjusted. Players who met this new Aether count requirement prior to the patch 6.0 will unlock the ability to fly in each areas. That's nice. Quest. Patch 6.0 introduces myriad quests in addition to the main scenario. As such, there may be cases where the patch note only sets the initial quest in a series or omit quest entirely to prevent spoilers. We encourage players to explore and discover what new stories and adventures await. So that all players are able to enjoy the expansion, we kindly ask everyone to please be considerate and do their best to avoid posting spoiler-related content on the official forums, lost on social media or in videos, as there are those players who may start at the official launch or play at their own pace. I said that before, but I will do the story. I will publish the story, but not the first day. I won't publish anything the first day or the first 2 days, but I will record it and publish it, and I will avoid any spoiler in the thumbnail of these videos. So of course we have new main scenario quest that has been added. We have some visual we already seen in trailers, Sancred, Alfinolize, Qyorria, Estinian. So nice new stories that should finish the story around Idolin and Sojarch. New side story quest has been added. Side story quest added in patch 6.0 will employ an automatic level adjust system known as questing. Quests using this system will have their difficulty and XP reward adjusted to match your current level. Certain side story quests do not use questing, so that's not for everything, but for most of them. Role quest has been added. The physical DPS role quests added in patch 6.0 have been divided into 2 categories, melee DPS and physical ranged DPS. We have an image about Monk and Ninja, I believe, for a melee DPS. We have something about a white mage, maybe. That's interesting to have these 3 characters in image for all quests. That will be interesting to check. So the tank quest will start in at An, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer will all start in Razatan actually. That's interesting. If that's like Shadowbringer, you will need a certain level to complete them and also to have unlock some part of the story, of course. You will have to unlock Razat An, obviously. Additional quests unlocked upon completing the entirety of the main scenario, and all 5 role quest series will be added in a future update. That's like Shadowbringer also. If you finished all role-related quests for every categories, you add a special quest. Studium deliveries have been added, so that's probably in all Charlayan deliveries. That's for crafters. Each discipline of or land will be able to progress through one of the 5 series of quests associated with the different faculties of the Studium. That's like Shadowbringer, also in Crystarium, where you could make special deliveries depending on your job. Completing deliveries for a faculty of the Studium will advance the story of that particular faculty. Because Studium delivery quest reward include crafter scripts and gatherer scripts, players must first complete the quest inscrutable tastes before undertaking deliveries. That's an old quest about unlocking scripts. We have a screen about the system of deliveries. So basically, you have to give 6 items to progress, and you have to go through all levels. We have quest with that, the faculty Disciple of Underland level 80, so that's the beginning level of the expansion. We have that for any role. We have that for blacksmith, armorer and goldsmith, carpenter, leatherworker and weaver, alchemist and culinarian, miner and botanist and fisher. And when you have finished everything, you will have a quest at level 90. One thing is interesting, the name of the characters. I won't spoil anything, but if you know a bit the game, that's really interesting. Certain instance battle will now display characters' portraits alongside the battle dialogue widget. Character portraits have only been added to instance battle appearing in the main scenario of Endwalker. They can be disabled by unchecking the display character portrait with battle dialog widget option under the HUD tab of UI settings in the character configuration menu. That's interesting. So we will see the NPC face during battle. That's a nice way to show who is speaking while fighting and stuff like that. Well, that will be more visible, but it can be disabled. When viewing cutscenes in the unending journey, class quest and job quest up to and including those introduced in the 4.x patches, will require players to change to the relevant class or job. When viewing cutscene for Disciple of War or Magic, they may also be viewed when playing as the corresponding job. Leves. So we were in quest categories, I believe. Leves. New Tradecraft and Fieldcraft Leves has been added. No Tradecraft Leves or Fisher Fieldcraft Leves allowing multiple turn-in have been added. Experience point rewarded when using a class at level 80 or above to complete a lev with a level requirement below 80 have been capped at 1000. With consideration for the inflation of GIL and the potential reward for using a single lev allowance, the following adjustments have been made. The experience point and GIL reward for Tradecraft Levs that only allow single turn-in has been increased. The experience point and GIL reward for Tradecraft Levs that allow multiple turn-ins have been reduced. The experience point and GIL reward for Fisher Fieldcraft for single turn-in has been increased. Multiple turn-in has been reduced. That's interesting because this was a way to make 1 million GILs so easy because you were turning in some crafts. So they earn that, kinda. I believe that's a kinda an error for a fix because it was not normal. Because of the downscaling of in-game values coincides with adjustments to reward, it is not possible to make a direct comparison of reward before and after the release of patch 6.0, so we will get even less GILs basically. When undertaking Fisher Fieldcraft Leves that requires spear fishing, the number of fish required for completion has been increased. Fates. New fates have been added. That's a nice monster. I like the design. Player will receive bicolor gemstone upon completing fates in 6.0, that's like for Shadowbringer. This currency can be exchanged with gemstone trader NPCs for various goods. Furthermore, as you continue to complete fates in these new areas, gemstones traders will offer a wider selection of items to view your progress in each areas. Select shared fate under travel in the main menu. That's interesting to see that screen because we have 3 areas we already know, but 3 areas we don't. Can't wait to see what this area has. Sorry. Treasure Hunt. The following addition and adjustment has been to treasure maps. Almasty Skin treasure maps and Qyorria Skin treasure map have been added, so that's the new one for 6.0. Reward for Glider Skin treasure map and the Qyorria Skin treasure map have been adjusted because this is all content now. Allegan Thompson rewarded for completion of treasure map introduced prior to patch 6.0 have been changed from Allegan Thompson of Revelation and Allegan Thompson of Allegory to Allegan Thompson of Poetics. Starting in patch 6.05, there will be a change for a teleportation portal to appear when completing Qyorria Skin treasure map. So that means don't farm maps until patch 6.05, which is probably in 1 month or 2 with different fixes. In 1 month max, I think. Get some map, but don't complete them. The dungeons of Qyorria and the shifting oubliette of Qyorria will now be level synced, adjusting player levels to 80, because now we have a level cap of 90. Now, an interesting chapter, ground and free companies. I hope that finally the ground company update. We'll see. Additional item will now be accepted for supply and provisioning mission. Reaper and Sage symbol option have been added to company crest. New craftable item have been added to the company workshop, and we can see a mouse skin. The following company actions have been replaced with new actions. Okay. Back on your feet became fleet-footed. Okay. So that's not what I expected, because there are some ground company levels that are hidden, kinda. Housing. Following the successful restoration of the firmament, a new housing district, Imperium, has been added in Ishgard. We have a nice screen about the housing area. That will be looking like firmament. By completing the following quest, players will be able to teleport to the residential district directly via the Ethernet in Foundation. We will have a quest level 60. Please note that player will only be able to visit the first part of Imperium upon the release of 6.0. The sale of plots and apartments is scheduled to begin in 6.1. In preparation for the lottery sale system scheduled to be implemented in 6.1, it will no longer be possible to relocate an estate to plots of lands that are not yet ready to purchase. Okay. Furnishing from Final Fantasy XIV furnishing design contests have been added. They speak about contests about 2017 and 2019. Entries that did not win have also been selected to serve as new furnishing. That's interesting. Nice new items. Oh, a bench on a tree. That's really nice. That's really nice. I like the idea. I love housing items. That's my secret thing, I'd say. Oh, that's nice. That's nice design things. Nice new items, sorry. Some new music instruments. Crafting facility furnishing can now be used by crafting classes up to level 80, that's nice. In accordance with the increased character level cap, level 90 Tavnarian striking dummies have been added. Okay, that's nice. New orchestrion roles have been added, of course. I mean, we have an OST for each expansion, so why not? New aquarium fish have been added, that's nice. We have new fishes. When viewing the aquarium fish window, fish will now be separated into tabs according to size. That's an interesting quality of life improvement. A new seed for flower pots has been added. 3 Teleia seeds, which we can get in different places. The Manderville Gold Saucer. New prizes are available for purchase using MGP. The following addition and changes have been made to Triple Triad, new cards, new NPC opponents for Triple Triad. Player can now engage in Triple Triad matches in new areas. Okay. Miscellaneous. Player can now select Female Viera when creating a character. Regardless of your progression in the main scenario, Female Viera will be selectable when creating new characters, editing your character's appearance using Fantasia, or hiring a retainer. Okay. New hairstyle. Oh, nice. New hairstyle options have been added for Female Viera. Finally. So we have this first one. I love it. I think I'll use this one, maybe. Yeah, I really love it. I would wish this part is longer, but I will use it. New Rodgar hairstyles are scheduled to be added in 6.1. That's really nice. People were asking for that. A new face option have been added for Midlander Hire. Okay. Out of nowhere, okay. The following additional and adjustments have been made to the trust system. Estinia has been added as a new avatar NPC. It will become available after progressing to a certain point in the main scenario quest. In accordance with the increased character level cap, the level cap for avatar NPCs has also been increased. By progressing through main scenario, NPCs can reach level 90. The requirements for unlocking scenario mode have been removed, but avatar and scenario mode will become available after completing the main scenario quest Shadowbringers. Okay. The amount of experience points required for avatar to gain level will be reduced in accordance with the downscaling of other in-game values. That's nice. And that's normal. The amount of experience point rewarded when completion dungeon will also be adjusted because the database must be overwritten to implement the downscaling of values. Any experience point accumulated between levels prior to the release of patch 6.0 will be reset to 0 for these NPCs. I believe that's what they mean. The following addition and adjustment have been made to Wondrous Tale. Price available in exchange for Qyorria Gold Servitel of Common Edition, Silver and Bronze have been adjusted. The following duties have been added as objective of Wondrous Tales. The addition of these duties will not affect the Wondrous Tales in your progression prior to patch level prior to reaching level 90 with at least one disciple of war or magic. And we have some new duties for it. So some extreme trias, basically, some raids, and level 81 to 90 dungeons. Okay. And rock countries have been added to the sightseeing log. That's normal. That's about exploration. I think I will seek them. The following addition and changes have been made for the challenge log. New categories have been added: a boom from nature, a successfully trigger gathered boon effect while gathering an item comparable level to your own 13 time. Okay. Catch of the day, that's about fish. Give them what they want, provisioning missions. Category removed, that's about HQ things. That's normal because we can't take HQ item anymore. Skywatcher NPCs have been added to the new areas. Skywatcher NPC, not everyone are checking them, but that's about checking the weather in every areas. Battle system. The level cap for all disciples of war and magic has been raised to level 90. The Reaper and Sage jobs have been added. These jobs have no corresponding classes and begin at level 70. First we have Reaper. Reaper can be unlocked by completing the following quest: the Killer Instinct in Ulda, Step of Nald X12 12.8 Y 8.6. Okay, I will make a video about how to go to Reaper and how to get to Sage later today. I was actually waiting for the patch note to make the video. Sage, so healer, can be unlocked by completing the following quest, and this is the Viera. I'm sad about it. I must say it. No, why is that? That's a Viera, right? Yeah, that's Viera. Fine. I'll see a Viera in the game. The Sage path, the quest to unlock Sage will start in Leves lower deck. Okay. In accordance with the addition of these new jobs, gear for Reaper and Sage has been added to the rewards for certain duties and will now be sold by merchant NPCs. Please note, however, that Reaper and Sage cannot be used in the Hall of Sin Novice, nor can they receive the first time completion bonus from Guild Haste. Okay. The jobs action have been added, and we have the video about jobs action. That's a really long one, so I will just put a link in the description as soon as possible. Action and traits have been adjusted. The sick pet action has been removed. Okay. The time frame within which players must execute action to continue or complete combos has been extended. Okay. The following additions and adjustment has been made to the limit breaks. Use of limit breaks will no longer cancel action combos. The range of effect for the healer limit break has been increased from 13 to 15 yalms. Okay, that's a nice buff, actually. In order to curb the inflation of game data such as HP and damage, values used in battle calculation have been downscaled. That was told before, they have to downscale every number in the game. Player attribution have been adjusted as follows. Weapon damage will be adjusted to achieve parity between the physical and magical damage attribution of weapons at the same level, item level. The effect of determination on damage dealt has been increased. The determination and PT attitude of certain low-level gear have been adjusted to match values of their critical hit and direct hit attributes. Yeah, because these stats were not that much impacting before, I guess. That's just an adjustment, and because of downscaling, that's worse, so they had to increase it. That's not really a buff, actually. The effect of certain monster and NPC actions have been adjusted prior to 6.0, so in previous extension, I mean. The amount of experience points required to level Disciple of War and Magic classes and jobs has been adjusted due to the downscaling of values. In accordance with this change, adjustments have also been made to the following: experience earned from defeating enemies, completing quests, love quests, GT roulette, guild Leves, Beast Tribe daily quest, and daily markables, challenge log entries. And that's also because of the downscaling. The armory bonus granted below level 80 has been increased from 50% to 100%. The armory bonus is applied to all available Dispel of War and Magic other than your highest level job or class. From level 80 onward, the armory bonus is 50% increase in experience gain from defeating enemies and fate rewards. The status effect True Self has been changed to Indomitable Spirit, and its description has been adjusted. This status effect is applied during instance quest battle wherein players control NPC allies, and the difficulty has been set to easy or very easy. The effect of this status effect has not changed. Okay. That means, because there is a 6.x, that we will control NPCs during the story, I guess. In accordance with the increased level cap, new world and preferred world character bonuses now apply to all jobs at level 79 and below. Please refer to lesson for further information regarding bonuses of new worlds and preferred worlds. Okay. New enemies have been added, of course. I mean, we have new areas. I like the design. That's really interesting. New dungeons have been added. That will be maybe spoilery, but sorry for that. So new dungeons, I believe that's inside the tower, inside Garlemald, Razatan, and that's under Shalayan in Labyrinthos. So that's 4 dungeons, I think 4 different dungeons. Experience points previously earned from standard dungeon enemies will now be earned from dungeons bosses. So you know you can't have experience from enemies, but you will have experience from bosses. The item obtained from treasure coffers in the following dungeons have been adjusted. So they change the item level from items in different dungeons. In accordance with the increased level cap, player can now gain experience from level 80 dungeons, trials, and 5.x alliance raid dungeons. New trials have been added. Hidden. We know 2 of them, but I won't spoil if you don't know. When they're taking the Great End and the Great End Extreme, a new visual indication when shattering Rathalos' tail has been added. That's some quality of life thing. And the real trials have been temporarily disabled. They will come back on 6.1. You can still do your exchange too for Leves for various rewards. A weapon coffer has been added to the following duties. That's a lot of, that's every trials, I guess. That's nice. The weapon received from weapon coffers is determined by your current job. When opening a weapon coffers as a paladin will receive both sword and shield. Following the introduction of these weapon coffers, the items yielded from desynthesizing swords and shields obtained from these duties has been adjusted. Swords are now more likely to yield primal weapon crafting material when desynthesized. Shields, however, will no longer yield primal weapon crafting material. The gear obtained from treasure coffers in the following duties has been changed to gear coffers in the binding coils in Alexander and in Omega. Accessories found in these raids will drop directly as per normal. Okay. Player will now receive the power of Echo in the event all party members are incapacitating during the following trials in Cloud Deck and Cloud Deck Extreme. The strength of the Echo granted in Eden's Promise Savage has been increased. The Echo will take effect upon entering Eden's Promise Savage, increasing players' maximum HP damage dealt and healing potency by 20%. But the strength of the Echo will not be increased in the event all party members are incapacitated. 6.x, the Burning Field, an expansion of Stone, Sky, Sea, has been added. The Burning Field offers trials tailored to various high-level duties in which player will be tasked with destroying a level 90 striking dummy. To access the Burning Field, player must first complete the following quest: a place to train. We had a place like that in Shadowbringer, basically, next to Elmore. The weekly restriction on receiving cracked stalactite clusters upon clearing the Tower of Paladin's Breach has been removed. Okay. New elite marks have been added. That's A ranks and S ranks, I believe. When you do hunts for new areas, we have for design. This one is nice. This one too. That's a bit. That will be spoilery to say that, but that look extra terrestrial, ET, you know. Player can now hunt regular and elite marks in the new areas. Marks defeated in the new areas will also yield sacks of nuts, which can be exchanged for various items. Player must first complete the following quest before taking up the hunt in these areas. The quest is the hunt for specimens and it starts in Old Charlayan. You can exchange sacks of nuts for items in the following with the following NPCs in Old Charlayan and Razatan. Reapers and Sage arms are now available from the following Deep Dungeon vendors. So that's Palace of the Dead and HOH. You can receive weapons from them. Players can now sort the adventures list by class job when undertaking duties in Eureka, Boja Zadnor, or Delobron Reginae. The error message that display when attempting to use return while undertaking the duties, the Battle of the Castrum Lacus Litore or the Dal Riada, has been adjusted. A confirmation prompt will now display when attempting to abandon the aforementioned duties and return to the Boja zone from Ozanor. Basically, if there is not enough people to finish the duties or stuff like that, you don't have to kill yourself, you can do return. But before you add a message for it, now you have to confirm it. That's quality of life, like if that's a mistake or stuff like that. I don't know. The following additions and adjustment has been made to the Librum Reginae. The maximum waiting time to enter has been set to 10 minutes. Once the time limit has been reached, player will enter the GT even if they have not reached the maximum party size of 24. Parties comprised of less than 24 players will be granted the power of the echo. The strength of the echo is determined by the number of players matched. Fewer player will result in a stronger echo effect. Okay. Elegant tombstone of aphorism have been added, so that's a new currency, new tombstones. You can have up to 2,000 tombstone. You can only receive tombstone of aphorism after reaching level 90 as disciple of war or magic. The following additional adjustment has been made to Elegant Tombstone. You can't receive Allegory, Revelation, and Phantasmagoria, and they all become poetics sooner or later with the patch. This was detailed before. The following addition and adjustment has been made to the duty finder category names, and the duties listed within each have been reorganized. The undersized party option has been renamed to unrestricted party. The functionality of this option has not been changed. 5.x duties can now be undertaken using the unrestricted party option. Certain duties will now grant the epic echo status effect when undertaken with the unrestricted party option. The epic echo status effect increases player attributes in order to maintain a level of difficulty similar to that experienced before the introduction of the downscaling. The strength of this effect varies with duty level. Okay. The Red Finder now only lists trials and duties introduced with patch 6.0. Okay. However, the 3 ultimate fight can still be accessed via Red Finder. The duty finder has been adjusted as follows. The duties associated with each duty roulette category have been adjusted. Duty roulette level 70, 50, 60, 70 will include level 80 dungeons, so that will be 50, 60, 70, 80. The type of number of against tombstone received from each duty roulette category have been adjusted. There is a list depending on the roulette. Calculation for experience point earned by Chocobo companions have been adjusted. Okay. PvP action for Reaper and Sage have been added to PvP. The biggest PvP update will come on 6.1 or later. The Feast. Season 20 will end and the pre-season will begin on the patch release. The top combatant for PvP team will receive a special reward via the Mogul delivery service. There might be a delay. Player finishing in bronze tier or higher can claim reward by speaking with the Feast quartermaster at the Wolves Den Pier. There are details about rewards. Now, an interesting part, I believe. New items have been added. It seems the first thing they want to show us is armor. Like that. I believe that's class armor, maybe? On level 80? I don't know. Due to the volume of items added with the release of patch 6.0, they will not be listed in the patch note. Okay, that's normal. New recipes have been added. Certain recipes can now be crafted using quick synthesis. Certain items can now be sold, desynthesized, or submitted for expert delivery mission. The number of slots allotted to the main arm and rings tabs of the armory chest has been increased to 50. Okay, the description for items that increase experience points has been adjusted. No changes have been made to the effect of this change of these items. Sorry. Repair and Sage have been added as required job for certain gear. That's normal. Gear for Reaper and Sage can now be obtained from Greynolt in the Tempest. That means we have... That's interesting. That means we have like free gear for when we are level 80, and we have like specific gear for them level 80. That's really nice. The sale prices of certain items have been changed. The following item names have been changed. Because some item changed of the name. The following items are no longer classified as unique. Okay, that means you can have 2 of them at the same time equipped. A new system has been added, allowing player to buy artifact gear after progressing to a certain point in roll quest on the main scenario. That's nice. That means you don't have to augment them like on Shadowbringer. You had to unlock a dyeable version of them. The following items are now dyeable, or the wizard stuff. The following items can now be equipped regardless of genders. Okay. Some male outfit can be worn by female, and the contrary is true too. I think about the butler thing that was exclusive to male. Housemaid stuff was only to female, I guess, or I was just a core or stuff like that. In accordance with the downscaling of in-game values, the following battle-related adjustments have been made. Gear attributes have been adjusted, materia have been adjusted, potency of meal and healing item have been adjusted, and below level 50, they have been increased. The following adjustments have been made to weapon obtained from relic weapon quests: Zodiac weapon, Eureka weapon, and resistance weapon. Secondary attributes have been adjusted automatically in accordance with the downscaling of values. Anima weapons, all attributes have been reduced due to the downscaling of values. As a result of this change, the player will begin the opportunity to relocate secondary attributes. Some PG attributes have been removed from items. Physical and magical defense of Disciple of War gear that can be equipped by tank classes below level 50 has been increased. Okay. Players can no longer cast lots on coffers containing multiple gear pieces if they contain a unique item the player already possesses. Okay. However, it is still possible to cast lots on coffers, such as weapon coffers, whose contents differ according to the player's current class or job when it's opened. The error message that is displayed when failing to open a chest containing unique items you already possess has been adjusted. Okay. That's a belt section. Belts can no longer be equipped. The waist tab of the Yamori chest has been removed. Belts can no longer be repaired. Material can no longer be extracted from belts. Be aware to extract material from belts. Material can no longer be affixed to belts. Belts can no longer be purchased from job vendors or the market board. Belts can no longer be put for sale on the market board. Belts can no longer be traded to other players. Recipe for belts has been removed. Bells can no longer be obtained as quest reward, can no longer be obtained as reward via instance dungeons, alliance raids, or iron raids, be obtained as reward of treasure hunt from guild Leves. The category for this item has been changed to unobtainable, and their description has been adjusted. Yeah, they have a new description, okay. Belts are no longer required for the completion of any guild Leves. No longer required for the completion of any supply mission, can no longer be obtained from Gear Coffer. Upon release of 6.0, belts will be moved to the Calamity Salvager under the following circumstances: if they are equipped by the player or in the armory chest, okay? And there is a new tab in the Calamity Salvager. In accordance with the removal of belts, the calculation used to determine average item level has been adjusted. In accordance with the removal of belts, there are crafting recipes. The following change has been made to achievement requirement. Yeah, they changed some numbers and stuff about achievement that was previously required to. They were requiring to craft belts, and now it's okay. Speed belt can no longer be obtained in from a recap packer as a new item. Blitz ring can be obtained in its place, okay. Sundry Splendors, a one-stop shop for gear and items purchased in exchange for elegant tombstone and scripts, has been added to the Crystarium. Okay, that's nice. The shop is unlocked after completing the main scenario quest Shadowbringer, so if you completed Shadowbringer, you can have it already. Icons indicating required currencies has been added to the dropdown of the item exchange menu. That's nice. So you know what you might need if you want to buy something. The following adjustment has been made to gear exchanges file against Tombstone of Phantasmagoria, Allegory, and Revelation. Everything that was requiring these currencies now goes to Poetics. The base item and upgrade material for such gear can no longer be obtained from shops, dungeons, and retainer ventures. Player who possesses the base item for such gear may update them in exchange for 100 elegant tombstone of Poetics, okay. The maximum amount of crystal sound umbrite required to complete an anima weapon has been reduced from 80 to 60. That will make anima weapon slightly easier to make. New item has been added in the inventory of Calamity Salvagers, okay. The requirement for purchasing the following items from Calamity Salvager have been adjusted. Okay, they changed the required thing to receive some item, okay. The collectible dealer in Modern Relevant at Revenant Stall has been removed, okay. The level cap for Disciple of Earn Land has been increased to level 90. I don't know why they didn't say that before, but that was obvious. The amount of experience points required to level up Discipline of Earn and Land classes has been adjusted due to the downscaling. It will change the reward of experience from gathering, crafting item, completing duties, and the bonuses of engineering and survival manuals. Purple Crafter Scripts and Purple Gatherer Script currencies has been added for Disciple of Earn and Land. The yellow scripts will be removed and white scripts will become the new yellow scripts, kinda. So basically white script will be for low level thing, and purple for level 90 things. These adjustments were told before. To improve functionality of the script exchange window, categories has been reorganized in a new interface according to script type and level range, according to allowing player to more easily specify a desired item exchange, and they show the currency here too. They don't precise it, but they show it. Available menu categories for the Splendors vendor NPC in Egilshire have been changed. Instead of everything like that, we have only 2 menus. Some adjustment to blue crafter scripts and blue gather scripts to exchange to script tokens has been made. This was told before. Plain text will now be displayed when using items or actions that cost CP or GP. That's nice. That's like if you were doing damage and stuff like that. That's nice. That's a little detail, but nice. The actions and traits have been added for display of arm, of course. The following recipes for gladiators' arms and shield have been removed and replaced with recipes to craft them as a set. Oh. So before... Oh, that's nice. When you were trying to craft things with trial items, you had to craft a sword, then shield. Now you have to craft only the set of item. The following adjustments have been made to the crafting log. Recipes listed under the level base recipe and special recipe tabs are now ordered from highest level to lowest level. An option to add items to your market board favorites list has been added to the subcommand menu for recipe ingredients. Okay. The categories under housing in the special recipe tab have been adjusted. Before we had housing 1 and 2, now we have categories. That's a quite quality of life thing. An icon have been added to indicate high quality version of a material may be used for an initial process, initial increase to a risk type's quality. Okay. Yeah, so base material can be a HQ, but some material can still be HQ for craft, and so they show it. The following steel tool material are no longer required to be high quality when exchanging for upgraded tools. Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. High quality materials may still be used when exchanging for upgraded tools, of course. Player above level 80 will receive a maximum of 1000 experience when submitting items to the House of Splendors or Ishgard Restoration. It is now possible to submit collectible fish with a low collectability rating to the House of Splendor, experience points, and script. Rewarded upon submission will be adjusted accordingly. Okay. The amount and type of crafters and gather scripts received from custom deliveries has been adjusted. It is now possible to submit collectible fish with a low collectability rating for custom deliveries. Due to downscaling of values, the progress and quality values when crafting have been adjusted. Okay, that's normal. I won't make crafting harder. And also, I will probably check to continue restoration on the Pteranodon achievement, because it will be really easier. Resplendent tool component crafted prior to release of patch 6.2 have been renamed obsolete resplendent tool component. Okay. But they can still be used. New actions and traits have been added to Disciple of Land. For the following adjustment has been made to attributes of our Disciple of Land. You can no longer gather high quality items. The chance to obtain high quality item has been replaced with the Gatherer's Boon effect, which will add if you trigger Gatherer's Boon effect, you can yield more items. The 200% bonus to experience point earned upon gathering high quality item has been replaced with a 100% bonus to experience point earned upon triggering the Gatherer's Boon effect. Okay? And there are various changes, new items with specific perception requirements have been added to gathering point for potential miner. They change an achievement. The vitality attribute on gather gear has been adjusted, okay? The following adjustments have been made to the gathering log. Items listed under the level tab are now ordered from highest level to lowest level. The categories under the special tab has been adjusted. That's what we see here. The following items are no longer available as high quality, obtained via gathering, fishing, defeating enemies, exchange for elegant tombstone, crafter scripts, gather scripts, and obtained via aerial reduction. So base material cannot be high quality anymore. In accordance with the removal of high quality items from gathering and fishing, the following adjustments have been made. Some quests can be completed by submitting normal quality items now. Bonuses for submission for high quality item has been removed for the quest, but the base reward have been increased. Fishers can no longer catch high quality fish and will now instead be able to catch large sized fish. When catching a large-sized fish, there is a chance to receive the Angler's Art status effect. This effect may be stacked up to 10 times and can be used to execute various fisher actions. Okay. The following actions and game feature no longer use high-quality fish and will instead use large-sized fish. Okay. That's for the mulch. Patience and patience 2. There is a new section on the fishing release list for large-sized fish. An adjustment has been made to an achievement. The following addition and adjustment have been made to high-quality items. Yeah, they say to high quality items that they have functions like normal quality item. Okay. They change the spear fishing, and I believe we will have more spear fishing. So they explain the system. I will most likely make a guide about it, make a video to explain it. Because I don't think with images that's that easy to understand. There are some records for your spearfishing, okay. The following additional adjustments have been made to assay and fishing. When catching large-sized fish, player will receive a 100% point bonus. The custom effect granted when a flock of seagull appears has been changed to increase the chance of landing a large-sized fish. In accordance with the increase in level caps, the reward granted based on player level has been adjusted. Okay. The following additions and adjustments have been made to fishing. New fishing holes have been added. S-rank records can now be obtained from certain fishing spots listed in the fishing log. That's a lot of fishing. Progress toward fisher's intuition will remain even after logging the sale price for the following fishing bait has been reduced. New terms of regional folklore has been added. New miner and botanist gathering point have been added. New item has been added to gathering point. New item can be used for aerial reduction have been added. The number of items received from aerial reduction has been increased. The level cap for desynthesize has been increased from 520 to 580. New modes have been added. We have a TV. Okay. What? Oh, that's super cool. new minions, new chocobo barding, new fashion accessories, and we have pixie wings. That's really nice. I want it. I want it. A new market board has been added to Child Lion. Okay. The following addition and adjustment has been made to retainers. Retainers can now be registered to all Charlian markets. The retainer level cap has been raised to 90. Retainers can now be assigned. Retainers can now be assigned Reaper and Sage jobs. Sorry for yawning. That's a lot of changes. That's a long patch. That's exactly my. The amount of experience points required for retainers to gain level will be reduced to in accordance with the downscaling of other in-game values. Okay. There are some changes to retainers. We have new objective, number of items obtained for delivery mission and exploration has been increased. New item can now be obtained. Bonus to item received for gathering or delivery mission will now be affected by retainer perception rating rather than gathering rating. The required item level or gathering rating required for delivery mission can now be confirmed before selecting a mission, and so on. Sorry, but that's a lot of crafting stuff. The achievement window has been revamped. Moreover, the near completion and recommended tabs have been added. I like the design. I like the design a lot. Really, that's really nice. And we have some tabs on the top part. That's really nice. Near completion display achievements that are nearly completed. Okay, recommended, that's things the game recommends you. New achievement and title have been added. The following adjustment has been made to teleportation. An option has been added to only use either a ticket when the cost exceeds a specified GL allowance. That's some quality of life if you still have teleportation. Tickets. Option to enable confirmation prompts when using either tickets has been added. Okay. The GIL cost for using teleport has been adjusted. A map will now be displayed when selecting either net destination. That's some quality of life thing. That won't be displayed in Reka, in Boja, in Firmament, in Zadnor. The world map has been updated to include the 3 great continents. That interests me a lot. That's not high quality, but Shalagan is here, we have Tavneri, we have Dalmasca, Kugane. That's nice, that's really nice. While viewing the map, player can now toggle between levels by pressing LBX or L1 plus square, okay. That's for console player. Well, controller player. The following addition and adjustment have been made to the player search menu. They have added Sage and Reaper icons, of course. Custom option has been added under location. Okay. When you want to search for someone or stuff like that, you can pick different areas. That's interesting to have an elsewhere in the elsewhere tab, don't you think? That's weird, no? Is that a real location that is named elsewhere? Did they make a mistake? Okay. The party list will now display the target of spell cast by party members. If the target is a party member, their number in the party list will be displayed. If the target is an enemy, their marker in the enmity list will be displayed. I wonder what happens if that's in an alliance thread or if that's people not in your party, basically. But that's a nice quality of life thing to avoid that two healers raise the same person or stuff like that. The following addition and adjustment have been made to the party finder. Such results will no longer include parties you cannot join due to the one player per job setting being enabled. Pure healer and barrier healer can now be specified when recruiting party members. When party member withdraws from a duty that is about to start, other party member will also receive a notification that a penalty has been incurred upon the player who withdrew. Only party members who have selected commands prior to party member withdrawing will receive this notification. Okay. The Either compass has been moved to the collection menu. If the Either compass was registered to your hotbar prior to the release of 6.0, it has been replaced with a question mark icon. The icon may be safely removed. If you have previously owned but discarded an Either compass, a new one will be added to the collection menu automatically. That's nice because we had that as key item and it didn't make sense to keep it like that. HP bar will not display even when incapacitated. Finally, I wanted that. Really, because I'm a healer. I love to raise people even if they are not in my group, and sometimes there is so much action that if someone dies, you don't see him anymore because his HP bar disappeared, basically. The conditional announcement category has been added to the HUD layout interface. Okay. That's interesting. So that's a long time buff. That's okay. There are 4 groups for the heal element. You have a buff and debuff. You had a buff and debuff before, so now we have 4 groups. That's really nice, I think. That will help a lot of players. And that's again quality of life improvement. The following addition and adjustment have been made to ground targeting. The cursor speed setting has been changed from 0 to 100 to 0 to 100. Okay. An option to prevent the cursor from moving beyond ground targeting around has been added. An option to execute action by pressing the action button the second time has been added. A text command to execute ground targeted action without entering ground targeting mode has been added. Okay, that's quality of life again, because people were doing that with macros. When submitting or trading item, right-clicking with the mouse or pressing X or a square with the controller will automatically select high-quality items or collectible items with the highest rating first. That's really nice quality of life improvement again. In accordance with the increased level cap, the condition that must be met to set your status as new adventure has been adjusted as follows. Before, player needed at least 168 hours and completed a requiem for heroes maintenance quest. Now people will need 300 hours and death unto dawn completed. Player who fulfill either of the above requirements may set their status to new adventurer. Player who will no longer have the new adventurer status but fulfill the above requirements can restore it by using the text command NA status on. The bonus to experience point earned when a mentor forms a party with a new adventurer or returner will now apply until level 80. In accordance with the increased level cap, the requirement for new mentors have been adjusted as follows. So, Disciple of War and Magic requirements is now level 90 tank, 90 healer, and 90 melee DPS, physical DPS, or magical range DPS role quest. You have to complete this role quest to be a mentor. You will still need to have completed 1000 dungeons and trials and receive at least 1500 player commendation. And for Disciple of Hand and Land, you will also need level 90 for Disciple of Hand and Disciple of Land job, at least one. Mentor renewal. Players who are currently mentors must renew their certification during 6.0x patches. Players who fail to do so will be unable to access certain features during this period. Once the renewal period has been ended, players who have not renewed their certification will lose the mentor status and must wait until after patch 6.1 to reapply for certification. Okay. New dungeons are available for Explorer mode. They have added Siren Song, Sea, Barden's Metal, Casrumab, Anya, Shisui of the Violet Tides, and Doma Castle from Stormblood, and they have added every dungeon from patch 6.0, and that's really nice. The following changes have been made to group pause. We have new stickers, can now be initiated while using performance actions. Oh, that's nice. So you are in a performance and you can trigger the group pause. That's really nice. Can now be initiated when undertaking a duty as an NPC ally or when transformed into an NPC, an enemy NPC. Can we transform in enemy NPC? That's interesting. That's an interesting thing. New frames, new stickers. NPCs that accompany you in certain quests introduced with patch 6.0 can be set as targets. That's nice, you can G-pose with NPCs, basically. A lot of people will use that. Duties that can be recorded via the duty recorder have been changed. Before we had Puppet's Bunker and Eden's Promised Eternity Savage. Now we have the tower at Paradigm Bridge, and two things we don't know. Tutorial introduced with patch 6.0 will also be available. Okay, that's tutorials. When selecting items being sold by your retainer, the options search for items by crafting method or gathering method has been added to the subcommand menu. Okay. When unlocking active help entries, a link to the active help window will appear in the chat log. Okay. The error message displayed when failing to send a tell to a message on a tell to a player on another world who has not registered you as a friend has been adjusted. Okay. Players can now disable resizing of the chat log window via mouse drag. That's quality of life thing. This is in character configuration menu. That's quality of life. Sometimes you can click and have a problem with that. In order to reduce server congestion upon the release of patch 6.0, the following measure will be implemented temporarily. We will continue to monitor server activity and remove these features when server congestion is determined to no longer be an issue. Players who are inactive for 30 minutes will be logged out automatically. New areas will be split into multiple instances. Particular instances can be selected when entering from a neighboring area or teleporting via either right. There were an article about congestion. I made a video about it. We have features for PlayStation 5 DualSense wireless controller and PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 wireless controller that can now be used on the Windows version, DirectX 11 only. You will need to plug your controller with an USB, okay? We have some features supported now, basically. Support for embodies emails spatial audio has been added. Okay. That's a new audio option, I guess. Addition has been made to system configuration interface for Windows, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Enable email spatial audio for Windows and wireless control settings for all devices. The following options have been added to the character configuration. UI setting HUD tab, character information, display character portrait with battle dialog widget, okay. That was said before. Control settings, character tab, we have battle effect settings for PvP opponent, okay. Target tab, ground targeting settings, we said that just before. Log window settings, general tab, log window, enable resizing of log window, so for the chat. They have added text command to the game. I won't detail them all, but oh, maybe I will actually. So the first one is to go on a mount of an ally if there are multiple seats. So you can make an easy button to do that rather than right click and select the thing and select your seat, okay. Patch note, so you can do a / patch note and you can get that patch note, the actual patch note, okay. Pet glamour, they changed the pet glamour thing. We have carbuncle, emerald carbuncle, topaz carbuncle, ruby carbuncle, and stuff. And you can change the name, I guess. Well, you pick a name and you change the glamour. I mean, you can change the pet size of one or multiple thing, from large, medium, and small. Enemy PC has been added as a subcommand for the battle effect text command, allowing player to toggle the effect of enemy combatant in PvP, okay. GT off has been added as a placeholder for the following text command, allowing them to bypass ground targeting mode and be executed immediately, okay. You cannot have information about modes you don't have anymore, okay. Addition have been made to the auto translation dictionary, that's nice. Addition have been made to the PlayStation 4 and 5 autocomplete dictionary. New trophies have been added in PlayStation 5. The sound engine has been improved to more easily discern sound effect when a large group of players are present. New music, sound effect, and voices have been added. In preparation for the Oceanian data center, the data center selection screen has been adjusted. So basically you will have to click on the data center and then click on what you want, I believe. When UI resolution setting is set to high, WQHD or 4K, the title and character selection screen will also use high resolution fonts, and PlayStation 5 will always use high resolution settings. The following addition have been made into the game launcher. Design changed, theme settings have been added, an option to restore game data has been added for the Windows version. This option is recommended when encountering gameplay or launch errors due to corrupted files. The title screen logo and opening movie have been changed to those of Endwalker. And Reaper and Sage have been added to the solo ranking of Palace of the Dead and Even on Eye. That was a very, 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 very long patch note. I hope my English was good enough to read it all. There are a ton of interesting things. That's almost not spoilering. Maybe some quests, some details I may have said, but that's really nice. I mean, damn, so much thing. I don't even know what I'm the most excited for. One thing I'm sad about is maybe we have Malviera for Sage, but that's understandable. I mean, they are adding a new race to the game. They said they won't. How to say that they won't put Malviera, or it will. Well, Endwalker was too far in the process of creation of the story and stuff like that to put Malviera as a common thing, I would say. And so they have added as an NPC for a job, and they did that for Sage. But that also means, because Sage is kinda a Charlayan job, that maybe we have Malviras in Charlayan at some point. Maybe not. I really can't know. We will see, to be honest. I'm still excited for the Sage. But that surprised me a lot. I like the mount. I think that's in this section. We have some mount addition, and that TV mount is something. I hope that's craftable one, or easy to obtain one. I'd say. Actually, thinking about it, that's probably from Treasure Map. Oh, that's this one. Because as you can see on the ground, you are in the screen, and if you are flying, you are transformed into something. I'd love to see it in action. And these wings are really nice. And they say accessories with a S, like multiple accessories. So we will have really nice stuff at this point. I just hope they make more emotes available for when you use accessories, but that's already nice. We won't complain to have more things, to be honest. I won't add much more things. I hope my rating was good enough. Maybe there are a lot of other people doing that anyway. That may be better for that, but I always did that. Not always, because I made a break for videos at some point, but I always read patches. That's something also for myself. Anyway, I would have read everything. Maybe not speaking out loud, but I would have read all the patch, think about everything possible according to each details and stuff like that. For example, the crafting section is really huge. We have a lot of things to think about when it comes to it. So yeah, it was good enough. I probably said that on the beginning of the video, but I didn't say it, but there were chapters enabled, so if you want to go back to a certain piece of the patch, every useful links that are mentioned in the patch notes will be in the description too. I hope that video was nice for you. Put a like if you did like, a dislike if you didn't. Subscribe for more. And see you next time. Bye bye.